Welcome to another episode on invertebrate biology. In today's video, we are going to explore one of the most elegant evolutionary strategies in the animal kingdom, the phenomenon of alternation of generation within the phylum Cnidaria. Cnidarians exhibit remarkable reproductive plasticity. They are famous for a cyclical reproductive strategy known as metagenesis, where the organism alternates between a body form that reproduces asexually and another body form that reproduces sexually. To understand this type of alternation of generation, it is essential to look at their two body forms for alternation of generation, the polyp and the Medusa form. Let's get into it. The polyp is a sessile cylindrical form with a mouth and tentacles facing upwards. Polyps primarily reproduce asexually. The Medusa is a motile, umbrella or bell-shaped form with a mouth and tentacles facing downwards. The Medusae primarily reproduce sexually. Asexual reproduction allows Cnidarians to rapidly colonize an area when environmental conditions are stable and resources are abundant. This strategy is predominantly carried out by the polyp through several distinct mechanisms. These mechanisms can mostly be seen in four ways. Budding. This is the most common form of asexual reproduction. A colonized outgrowth develops on the body wall of the parent polyp. It develops its own tentacles and gastrovascular cavity. In some species, like Hydra, the bud pinches off from the parent to form a new independent individual. In colonial species like reef-building corals, the buds remains attached to the parent. This continual budding leads to massive interconnected colonies sharing a common gastrovascular system. Fishing. Certain polyps, particularly sea anemones, can split their entire body into two functional halves, longitudinally and transversely. Pedal laceration. This is frequently observed in sea anemones. This process occurs when the animal moves across a substrate. Small pieces of the tissue from the pedal discs are left behind on the rock or surface. Due to the highly totipotent nature of the Cnidarian stem cell, these tiny fragments regenerate into complete miniature anemones. Strobilation. This is a highly specialized form of transverse fishing unique to the class Scyphozoa, the true jellyfish. The sessile polyp transforms into a structure called skyfish stoma. Under environmental cues, it undergoes horizontal segmentation resembling a stack of plates. At this stage, it is called a strobila. The top segments mature and break away one by one as free-swimming immature medusae called ephirae. Each ephira eventually grows into an adult medusa. Sexual reproduction, or the Medusa stage. Sexual reproduction introduces genetic diversity, allowing species to adapt to changing environments and disperse into new geographic locations. Most medusae are dioecious, though some colonial forms and certain polyps can be monoecious. Cnidarians lack true organs. Gametes develop directly from differentiated interstitial cells within either the ectoderm, as seen in the hydrozoans, or the endoderm, as seen in the scyphozoans and the anthozoans. When mature, the gonads rupture to release eggs and sperms into the water column, or gastrovascular cavity. Fertilization in Cnidarian can be external or internal. You must note that alternation of generation in Cnidaria is different from that of plants. In Cnidarians, both the polyp and the medusa stage are entirely diploid. Not all Cnidarians utilizes both stages. The reproductive strategy varies dramatically across the major classes. I am Afari Emmanuel. See you in the next video.